Welcome to our channel Current Affairs for You. So let's begin the important current affairs of 28th January. So before watching this video, I made a special video about Padma Awards which were recently announced by Government of India on 26th January. If you guys didn't watch it, watch it. I made it in two languages, English and in Telugu. So whatever language you are comfortable with, please do watch and share. So let's begin the important current affairs for today. Now, first question for today is, when do we observe International Day of Commemoration in memory of the victims of Holocaust? Otherwise, we can say International Holocaust Remembrance Day. So you can just remember International Holocaust Remembrance Day. Holocaust, what is Holocaust? So it's a large people murdered. It's the simple meaning. Actually, Nazi Germany systematically murdered almost 6 million European Jews. 6 million European Jews during the World War II. That's why from that it has been called Holocaust. Now we celebrate International Holocaust Remembrance Day on 27th January every year. Very important, International Holocaust Remembrance Day, 27th January. 1st January we celebrate Global Family Day. 23rd January we celebrated Parakram Divas. This year we celebrate first Parakram Divas, and we celebrate on Netaji Subhash Chandra Bose birth anniversary. Next, 25th January we celebrate National Voters Day, and also National Tourism Day. So voters went to tourists went to vote. Tourists wanted to vote. So you can remember like this. 24th January National Girl Child Day. It is 24th January. Now the theme for 2021 International Day for Remembrance Holocaust is facing the aftermath, recovery and reconstitution after the Holocaust. Next question, who won Subhash Chandra Bose Aapda Prabandhan Puraskar 2021? Options are Nikhil Srivastava, Sange Choden Wangchuk, Rajendra Kumar, N.V. Khadam. Option C is correct here. Rajendra Kumar won Subhash Chandra Bose Aapada Prabandhan Puraskar 2021. Very important. Indian government will give every year this Subhash Chandra Bose Aapada Prabandhan Puraskar in two categories. One is individual category and one is institutional category. So in the individual category, Rajendra Kumar won this for 2021. Now Nikhil Srivastava got a recent award. What is that? It is Michael and Sheila held prize. For 2021. Who is Nikhil Srivastava? He is a young mathematician. Next, Sange Choden Wangchuk, very important person. He won United National Population Award for 2020. In the individual category. Again, this is given in two categories. In individual category, Sange Choden Wangchuk. In the institutional category, Helpage India won this award. Next, N.V. Khadam won DRDO Lifetime Achievement Award. N.V. Khadam won DRDO Lifetime Achievement Award. Next question. So this is the Subhash Chandra Bose Aapada Prabandhan Puraskar 2021. So in the individual category, who won? Dr. Rajendra Kumar Bandari won individual category. And in the institutional category, Seeds won this award. What is SEED stands for? Sustainable Environment and Ecological Development Society. So every year Government of India announces these awards on 23rd January. Next, what is the rank of India in Global Climate Risk Index in 2021 released by German Watch? So according to German Watch, released an index called Global Climate Risk Index. According to that, what is the rank of India? Options are 7, 4, 85, 111. So option A is correct here. India ranked 7 in Global Climate Risk Index. Now India ranked 4th in an index. What is that? Breakout Economics. Now India ranked 85 in an index called Henley Passport Index 2021. This is India ranked 85, and India ranked triple one in Human Freedom Index. Human Freedom Index, and this list topped by New Zealand. Human Freedom Index list topped by New Zealand, and India ranked triple one. Next question. So this report has taken into account the data available from 2000 to 2019. Now, which country topped? Mozambique, Zimbabwe, Bahamas were the top 3 most affected countries in 2019. Next question. How many children has conferred for Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar for 2021? Options are 12, 22, 32, 42. So option C is correct here, 32. So 32 children are going to get Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar. PMRBP, Pradhan Mantri Rashtriya Bal Puraskar for 2021. How many? 32 children. Next question. So this awards, Pradhan Mantri Bal Puraskar Children Awards will be given in these categories. One is art and culture, innovation, scholastic achievement, sports, bravery, social service. So totally 32 children are going to get for this year. Out of 32, 7 in art and culture, 9 in innovation, 5 in scholastic achievement, 7 in sports, 3 in bravery, 1 is social service. Next, which state has launched Udyam Sarathi app for youth? Options are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Gujarat. So option B is correct here. Uttar Pradesh state government launched something called Udyam Sarathi app. For whom? For young people, for youth people. Now what happens on this app? This app will give more information about employment or job notifications or self-employment. This information will be getting by Uttar Pradesh young people from this app, Udyam Sarathi app. Now who is the Chief Minister of Uttar Pradesh? Yogi Adityanath. Governor Anandiben Patel. Next, so on 71st Foundation Day of Uttar Pradesh, which is 24th January. So 24th January, Uttar Pradesh State Government Foundation Day. This year they celebrated 71st Foundation Day. So on 71st Foundation Day, so Uttar Pradesh State Government launched this app. Next, let's talk about Madhya Pradesh in recent news. Pradhan Mantri Madhya Pradesh topped in, very important, Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana. Pradhan Mantri Matru Vandana Yojana, which state topped? Madhya Pradesh topped. And according to a survey, 12,852 leopards are there in India. 12,852 leopards are there in India. Out of these, 3,421, which is the most number of leopards, are situated in Madhya Pradesh. So Madhya Pradesh has more leopard population with 3,421. Next, so let's talk about Rajasthan in recent news. Next, I told you many times these things, so you can easily remember it. Automated Banknote Processing Center as well as National Institute of Ayurveda. These two are at Jaipur, inaugurated at Jaipur, Rajasthan. National Institute of Ayurveda inaugurated by Prime Minister Narendra Modi, and Automated Banknote Processing Center, this is inaugurated by RBI, Reserve Bank of India. Next, let's talk about Gujarat in recent news. A lot of news about Gujarat is there, but so every day we will remember some important points. So Horticulture Development Mission. This is also called in Hindi Bagayat Vikas Mission, has been launched by Gujarat. Horticulture Development Mission or Bagayat Vikas Mission. This is Gujarat government. Next, when do we observe International Customs Day? Options are 12th January, 14th January, 15th January, 26th January, 18th January. So option D is correct here. We celebrate International Customs Day on 26th January. 26th January, which is our Republic Day. 12th January we celebrate National Youth Day on the birth anniversary of Swami Vivekananda ji. 14th January we celebrate Armed Forces Veteran Day. 15th January we celebrate Indian Army Day. 18th January we celebrate National Immunization Day or Polio Day. Next question. Which country hosted the Climate Adaptation Summit virtually? Options are Netherlands, Uganda, Bangladesh, Singapore. So option A is correct here. Netherlands. Netherlands, Amsterdam. Amsterdam in Netherlands. It hosted Climate Adaptation Summit virtually. Climate Adaptation Summit virtually. So in this summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi addressed, and also he told India is going to target 450 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030. Very important, these three words: 450 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030. Now let's discuss the other options. So Uganda recently elected its president called Yoweri Museveni. Yoweri Museveni has been elected as Uganda's president for the sixth time. And Uganda's president's time is 5 years. 5 years time period, and sixth time Yoweri Museveni has been elected to Uganda. Next, Bangladesh. There is a lot about Bangladesh. I will tell you in the next questions. Next, Singapore. World Economic Forum in 2021, it is going to be held in Singapore. It is already held in Singapore, and in 2022 World Economic Forum meeting will be in Switzerland. So this is going to be the upcoming meeting. Singapore already hosted 2021 World Economic Forum meeting, and 2022 it will be Switzerland. Next question. Which of the following successfully tested main launch of Akash NG missile? Options are Indian Air Force, Indian Army, Indian Navy, DRDO. Option D is correct here. DRDO, Defense Research Development Organization. The chairman for this is Satish Reddy, chairman, and headquarters New Delhi. Satish Reddy is the chairman for DRDO. Now DRDO successfully launched something called Akash NG missile. So during this, Vice President Venkaiah Naidu inaugurated Integrated Weapons System Design Center at DRDO's APJ Abdul Kalam Missile Complex, which is in Hyderabad, Telangana. Integrated Weapons System Design Center inaugurated by Vice President Venkaiah Naidu at Hyderabad, Telangana. Very important. But next, which of the following countries signed an MOU with India for launching People satellite to be developed by students from both countries? Options are Russia, China, Bangladesh, Japan. So option C is correct here. Bangladesh. Now Bangladesh and India signed an memorandum of understanding. Very interesting and important. They are going to launch something called People satellite, which is going to be developed by students from both the countries. What are those countries? India and Bangladesh. Next, let's talk about the other options. Russia recently launched something called Angara 5, a heavyweight satellite. China launched so many things. Let's talk about one now. Geofen 14, which is an Earth observing satellite. Chang'e 5, which is to collect rock samples from the moon. China launched Chang'e 5, and Japan is going to make a wooden based satellite to reduce the space debris. Japan is going to make a wooden based satellite by 2023. Next, last question for today. Who has been appointed by United Nations to the second term high level advisory board on economic and social affairs? Options are Jayati Ghosh, Arun Singhal, Shashi Shankar Vepati, Amit Khare. So option A is correct here. Jayati Ghosh has been appointed by United Nations to the second term high level advisory board on economic and social affairs. So Jayati Ghosh is the head. Next, Arun Singhal is the head of a committee. What is the committee? Shashi Shankar Vempati is also head of a committee, and Amit Khare is also head of a committee. Let's know about these. So Arun Singhal is the head of a committee formulated by Food Safety and Standards Authority of India. Food Safety and Standards Authority of India constituted a committee to manage food safety emergencies, and Arun Singhal is the head of that committee. Next, this is very important. Shashi Shekhar Vempati, who is the CEO of Prasar Bharati and Minister of Ministry of Information and Broadcasting formulated a committee to review guidelines on television rating agencies in India. Television rating agencies in India, and Shashi Shankar Vempati is the head of that committee. Next, Amit Khare, a task force for preparing a roadmap for imparting technical education. You just remember technical education in mother tongue. Education in mother tongue. So who is the head of the committee? He is Amit Khare. So that's all for today's current affairs. Hope you guys like the video. Share with your friends and subscribe the channel. Thank you.